Oh my goodness. Well, hello everyone. Hello and Merry Christmas, everyone. We are getting to that point. And so I am here with Nancy from this overstuffed house.
Hello.
And you can see a little bit of that overstuffing still
Yeah,
happening
there's still
behind her.
stuff. It's still too stuffed.
It is. It is. But you know what?
But,
We've got a whole
but
year
next
coming up
week,
in 2022 to look forward to.
something that is about 3 feet tall and 2.5 wide is leaving. Because
Really?
my mother's dollhouse is going to my nephew for his little girls.
Wow.
That'll be,
Excellent.
that thing takes up the entire top of the server in the dining room. So that will be something large that's gone.
And a new surface for you to work with then.
Yes,
you know,
a new flat spot.
Well, hey, believe me, when you're trying to sort and organize and stuff, you need a space.
And I have no space for shelves. And I have one little shelf over here, which is where the eBay stuff lives until it sells. So, you know, that's pretty much all I've got. So hopefully, though, the new year, the back is somewhat better. So I still can't lift too heavy, but the plan is to spend the winter break kind of getting back to that black hole challenge room and get me an office where I can have shelves and a dedicated filming spot that won't necessarily have, you know, a mountain behind me.
And I am going to take a second and say hello to everyone who has jumped into the chat. Let's see, Steph and Jen, hello there. Linda Punky, hello. Let's see, Jan and Christina, hello there. And let's see, Sharon and Mary, hello. Sue Spezio, hello. Let's see, Connie and Kathleen, hello there. And Krista is here. Wonderful. So good to see all of you. And yeah, so we are going to have a sale today. Just some fun stuff. I've actually been clearing and trying to get some things organized. I have a closet under my stairs that I have been working on getting the shelving and stuff. Now that the roofers are done with all of the heavy construction, I am able to use the shelves that are attached to the wall again, because I was worried. They said there was going to be vibrations, and there were vibrations. And yeah, I would worry a little bit about things falling off from the amount of vibration that was happening. So I'm glad I didn't have anything breakable up there. But now I'm able to use those shelves and am getting things organized. So yeah, I'm feeling a little better about space, which always helps. And let's see. And hello, Evan Owen and Padoodles, hello there. And Jan saying that she got the rooster plate and it's hanging in her kitchen. That is awesome. The colors, you know, it's like we show items here and we try to, you know, get the best lighting and everything. But even Jan, I'll bet, looking at that rooster plate in person, you're like, wow, I never knew the colors were quite so vibrant and such a variety of colors until I saw it in person. So even though we do try to present these things in the best possible light, once you see some things like that plate in particular in person, it's stunning. So, so I am glad you got it. And hello, Shirley from Heaven Bound Farm. And let's see, anybody else pop in? Well, if you have popped in, just keep talking and we'll say hello to you. Hi, Boatman, good to see you. And yeah, so one thing I do want to let everyone know is that I will be on Christmas evening. It is a Saturday night. And so I'm working on trying to figure out some games to play and some fun things. I'm going to have a bunch of like giveaway type things to do. And I'm going to be on StreamYard. And hi, Julie. And I think I can post up the link from StreamYard into the chat, so that if anybody is up and in and around and wants to pop in and say hello to everyone during the sale, that you, or not sale, but during sale time, how about that? During my normal time, you can pop in and say hello. And oops, nope. There we go. And yeah, just kind of hang out and say hi to everybody. So I think that'll be a really fun time. And Nancy, would you like to let everyone know what you've got kind of coming up for the next week or so?
Well, last week there was just too much going on, so I didn't have anything last week. And this Thursday, at 8 p.m., I won't be having a sale. I will probably come on and have a chat, and I don't know, maybe I'll find a nice kid's Christmas book and read you guys a story. I don't know. But it'll be something different. It won't be a sale though. But that would be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So another reason it's late is that I have therapy tomorrow, and I don't usually on a Thursday, but because of the holiday, they've bumped it a day. So that just nixes me being ready for a sale. To have one the next day after today just isn't going to happen. So that's all my plans for now, till we get to the coming year, I guess.
Yeah. I know it's going to be here really fast. This year has really flown by. And hello, Mid-Century Cat and Julia. And let's see, did anybody else pop in?
I don't know, Trisha. From my perspective, this has been the longest damn year.
Oh.
But at least I'm not still in the walker. I'm not still in massive amounts of pain. The hip stays in place like it's supposed to. One nerve is unpinched so I can stand up straight. I'll take it. But yeah, that's it has true. Just seemed like a long year for me.
And it's amazing. One fall, you hit the ground just right, and
I hit it just right that the hips went this way and the torso went this way, and that just was just enough. But at least I'm young enough that didn't fracture the hip. It just dislocated it, just popped it partly out of the socket. So I'm thankful for that, because I know that for older people, that sometimes when they fracture a hip, it's such a devastation for them, because one, the amount of pain is just incredible, and two, they just don't always recover from it, because the therapy for it's very painful and very difficult. And
yeah,
so, it's going to happen. Let me get it out of the way now while I'm still under the age of 70. So I'll take it.
Very, very true. Yes. So yeah, and we are all very glad that you are recovering, even though it has been a slow process. Yeah.
I like Julie's comment is it means you're going to have a positive 2022. I'd better, because I figure 2022 owes a lot of us in this community, because yes, a lot of us have had health issues in the vintage reselling community, and we all check in on each other a lot, and we've created a lot of friendships. But boy, next year owes us big time.
Yeah, for the past 2 years, it absolutely does. It owes us really big time. I say the rest of the 20s owe us big time.
Can we go into the roaring 20s now again? Can we do that again?
Yeah. Yeah, I am definitely hoping that that it is better sooner, and yeah, because we all need it. That is for sure. Let's see. Anything else I need to, well, let's see. For anybody who is new, who hasn't said hello yet in the chats, just a refresher. Hi, Sarah Lee. I ship from Washington State, and Nancy ships from Pennsylvania. We have pretty much passed USPS deadlines for getting anything to you before Christmas. So this is all, yeah, this is all just fun stuff that you might see that you want to collect. I'm not even sure I'm going to be invoicing maybe this week, but probably, ooh, I have got a dry spot on my back there. It's going to be driving me crazy with my shirt on it. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm kind of like I got all caught up. Hard to believe. Those of you who have been so patient with me this year, I really appreciate all of your patience with me packing and invoicing and combining multiple sales, because I just never seemed like I was going to get caught up. And then, yep, as I was hoping the plan would go, I did get caught up, get everybody out prior to Christmas. So thank you all so much for your patience this year. So yeah, I'm not trying to set myself up for failure by not invoicing and stuff, but there are things in my house that I have got to start reining in to get control over my house again, because I've got packing boxes in the living room, packing boxes in my bedroom.
You don't just look at any of my old videos for inspiration, and that way you just go, I don't want to look like that, and that'll give you all the inspiration you need.
And yeah, and there are times when it's like, okay, maybe there are a couple of days I can get together and I can actually like undig myself out a little bit and get things a little more in control. So that is kind of my goal before, kind of after Christmas, when I start going into the reselling mode again. So yeah, I may just take a little break right now and get my house a little more organized.
Jan, I see that comment. Don't burst my bubble. She says, oh my word, control over one's house. And she's got all these laughing emojis. Don't burst my bubble, okay? Let me live in that little bubble for a couple of weeks.
Hey, you are gonna work on that one room. You know, she's got that the black hole challenge room.
Yep.
That's gonna resume again.
I hate to say it, I am 20 boxes behind that are half packed or all the way packed that did not get an invoice in the last week. But I'm still getting there. It's all I can only fit so many next to me to do the invoices. But Mike is home today, so once the sale is over and I see what can be combined with who, then that's my goal for the weekend, is just get those last 20 and whatever I have today out, invoiced, and out the door. So then I could start the new year fresh and not get caught behind again.
Well, I don't know about that. I have a feeling to some degree that there's always that little bit of being behind on things. It inevitably, I think it's going to happen. So yeah, I don't want to set myself up for,
and sometimes you get regular buyers who would like you to wait until you've filled a box.
True. And I really do. I do enjoy being able to ship a bigger box full of stuff instead of a lot of little boxes, because it really does save money. Hi, Gabby. And for everyone who's coming in, yeah, Merry Christmas to everyone. If I don't get a chance to see you before Christmas, however, I will probably be seeing some of you on Christmas because I will be going live on Christmas evening having fun and games, and I'll have the link open. I'll do it on StreamYard so I can have the link open, and anybody who wants to pop on and say hello to everyone will be welcome to do that. And it's just going to be a fun time for people who maybe need a break from their family, or maybe their family spent the day with them and they have the evening free. And it's just a fun way to be able to spend some time with your YouTube friends who are, you know, now such a big part of everyone's lives these days, because they have made such wonderful friendships. And hello, proud American, and welcome. So with that, I think that is pretty much it in anything we need to say. If anybody's got questions on anything that's going on, please feel free to throw them into the chat, and we'll do our best to find them, see them, answer them, all that good stuff. And hello, Gritty Gret, and everyone else who hasn't yet had a chance to say hello in the chats. Hello to you and welcome. And let's see, I think we will go ahead, and as Nancy is the guest, she will get the opportunity to show her items first. And yeah, I will show briefly for those of you that saw my video. That is a wonderful wreath that Christine Lilac's Vintage Life made. And it was during the summer Christmas in July that I picked that up. And I think, yep, I am still waiting for the bubble light to heat up. And as soon as it does, it does take a little while for this one to heat up, but I'm patient. So as soon as it does, I will kind of bring it over and show that fun little bubble light that it is working. But isn't that just the cutest wreath? And it does just, normally it hangs up. Right now I've got it hanging off the edge of the box, and all the cats have inspected it. They've sniffed it. They've checked it all out, as they do. And they're being very, very well behaved and leaving it alone now. So I am thrilled about that. And we will let Nancy go ahead and go first.
Okay. Well, the first thing I have is this really cute little kitten knitting away. Looks like it's gonna white things out on me a little bit today, but that'll change because the sun's going down, so the light from this window is gonna disappear. But she's got her stuff in a basket and she's knitting away, and the print on the bottom is really tiny, and it says 1993 BC China. So I thought at first she was one of those like cherished teddies. There's a cat version, but I don't think she is, because she's a little on the small side for that. But she is a wonderful little thing. It's her little pink dress, and she's got her color and pattern. Like, even the back of the dress has little lines where the buttons would be down the back of her dress. And her little tail coming up. She doesn't have any chips or cracks. She is 2.5 inches tall. She's $5. She's number 45. $5, number 45 for the little knitting kitty. Trisha, are we doing 2 at a time?
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and do 2 at a time. And if you haven't yet had a chance to subscribe to Nancy's channel, I'm going to put the link in And you can just click on that really quick, subscribe, and be right back here to see the next item.
Now, this is a little, now I think I don't know, Westies are bigger, so he's probably meant to be a Scotty dog. He's even got the little docked tail though. But he is made on the bottom. He's made out of that PVC vinyl that they did so many little figures with in the 80s and 90s. And he's actually marked MI Limited. And he has a year, 1990 something. I've forgotten now. Hang on. 1993. Now, this MI Limited company, this is all they made was animal figures. And some of them, some of the dog breeds, it depends on the breed, but some of the breeds go for about $10 to $15, which because they did some rare ones. They did a Russian Borzoi, a Russian Wolfhound, and apparently those are the two most sought after ones because, you know, those are breeds you don't see done too often. But this is just a cute little terrier pup, and he is $5, and he's number 63. He's just the right size to go on a curio shelf or, you know, in a little dollhouse even. But he was $5, and he's number 63.
And hello, Lori. And let's see. Well, I'm going to go ahead and keep the little figurine theme going. I've got a little duck. And I have to say, I am not quite sure what is going on. So it looks like we've got an egg and a duck and then something in his mouth. For the life of me, I am not quite sure what that is supposed to be. Polka dot? I was thinking at first maybe it was a worm, but it's like, I don't.
More like a ribbon.
It does look more like a ribbon, but he's got a little egg in front of him. But he's just, you know, I'll tell you, sometimes these figurines get a little strange with whatever they come up with. Aaron thinks it looks like a tie. I think you could be right there. But it is funny and it's different. And if you like the ribbon from an Easter egg, oh, I like that one. Very good. I could see that. Hello, Tiger. But anyways, he is a really cute little duck. And he's just a little guy. And this is going to be $4. And it is number 20. And I guess if that is like a little Easter egg, we could be getting ready for Easter with these. That's for sure. And then, let's see. Hello, Warren. So here is a little bell. And it is a very small little bell. And it says a honeymoon memory on the front. You can see we've got two little hearts and I guess some forget-me-nots on the front. It does have a little clanger on the inside, so it makes a little bit of a ringing sound. And on the back, it says Surf Tides. So I have a feeling that this was like a little souvenir piece from a honeymoon. And again, it is just a cute little bell. And this one is $3. And it is number 22. Yes, it would be really sweet for Valentine's Day. Absolutely. And that was $3, number 22. And those are my two. So we will go back to Nancy.
So I have I have a couple of animal cookie cutters today, but this one, I'm going to do this so you can see this. All right, there we go. So it's a giraffe. So if you like giraffes, we have a giraffe cookie cutter. And it's got that nice, you know, piece folded over on the edge so that you don't hurt your fingers when you push it down. But this side's nice and sharp. It does have some spotting to the tin because it's older, you know. My mother bought a lot of these in the 70s and 80s. And in the 80s, you really started seeing all the cool figural ones in the 80s and 90s come out. But I don't need this many. So you have the giraffe cookie cutter is $6 and it's number 74. $6, number 74 for the giraffe cookie cutter. We have that one. And then I have a bluebird.
Ooh.
Gonna be an offer up. And I forgot to look and see if he's signed. Because I don't think I found the signature. Oh, there it is. It's upside down. Sometimes it is hard to see because the way the bottom will sometimes have this pattern because they squished the glass when it was cooling a little bit. So it makes these funny like scallop patterns in the glass and the signature's over top of it. So it is. What's his name?
I don't find those in the wild, so I don't know what the signatures look like firsthand.
What's his? Oh, Leo. That's an O? That's an O. Okay.
Is that a Leo Ward? Oh, my goodness.
It's a Leo Ward.
Wow.
Leo Ward, 1986. Is that a good thing? Oh, I just know to pick up the bluebirds. I have no idea which one's better than the other.
It seems like a lot of them have Leo Ward's signature on them.
Yeah, there's another signature. I think there's is it his son? But this one's pretty cool. I like the way the tail is done on this one, and I'll show you in a minute. So this is an offer up, and it's starting at $10.
Okay, I'll put that into the chat.
It is this beautiful, beautiful blue. There's no chips. There's no cracks. It's got little tiny indents for the eyes. It's got a little tiny beak on there. But the tail, look at what they did to the tail on this one. It's actually got like what would be the wing tips and then the tail itself. They actually flattened here, here, and here just a little bit to give some pattern to the tail. And a lot of the ones I've seen, the tail comes up and it's nice and smooth, but not this one. They actually tried to make it look like the feathering on this one, which I've not seen that before. Nice. Yeah, I have not seen that before where they've done that. That is really different to me. So he is 3 inches tall, and to the tip of that tail, he's 3.5 inches wide. Absolutely adorable. If I can get my fingers out of the way, but look at, I mean, there you can really see what they did for the tail. You can see the little lines they put in, which is really different because I know I've had Ray Ward ones and the tails just are smooth and just go back to a rounded end, but that is just really beautiful that they actually gave it a more figural tail. And I see Blue Flamingo Mercantile for $10.
Now, did that have the date on it again?
Yeah,
on that
it
one?
was the 1980 something. 1986.
1986. So that's, I think, an earlier one.
Yeah, yeah, because I know all the Leo Ward ones I've heard of they're actually like from the the most desired ones apparently are from the 80s, I think. All I know is of the blue birds, but I didn't know the signatures. But
well, I'm just thinking as
tail,
time went on, maybe he just got tired and stopped making the fancy tails.
Well, they got so popular. And see, there you can see where there's a little indent around to make the neck. I mean, there's really a lot of tiny little details. It's really got some beautiful craftsmanship to it. And it really is so cool looking, because I know I had I think it was a Ron Ward. I know I had one of them, and that was one from the late 90s, and it didn't have this kind of detail. It didn't have this little line around it to give it a neck, and it certainly didn't have such a fancy tail to it, the one I had during the summer. And I know that was
Hi,
a later
Rose. One. Hi, Laura. So we currently have we have Lori at 15 currently as the high offer. And
I just love the tail too. Look how high up the tail flips. The curve on the tail.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's really got this neat little flip up, which reminds me of the warbler that we have out back, because his tail stands straight up sometimes when he's on the branch, being eyed up by the kitten that's out back.
Ooh.
Well, I've had progress with the kitten. The kitten needs a name, though. We have to figure out that one. The kitten actually has let me pick her up a couple times now and not freak out about it.
Counting this one down. All right. And then we're going once. And going twice.
How can you pass up a bird with that tail? So detailed.
And sold.
All right. Waiting for the sold.
Okay, and then you can tell us a little more about the little kitten.
Well, the kitten is Rory's daughter. I think it's a girl, and so that makes it the doctor's niece. But we're still having problems. It's like the doctor just will not let Rory have any peace. If she's out back and Rory tries to come eat, she hisses, she fights. So I'm going to see if I can get a hold of the cat rescue again and see if they would come take Rory to get her out for the winter, because you can pet her all you want. She wants to come in. She wants the attention, but the doctor just can't tolerate her sister. And so that's a problem. And while I could rehome 2 cats in here, I can't do 3. I can't have, first off, bringing 3 new cats in, that's not fair to the doctor, because she'd freak out. But she gets along well with the male, with Shadow, and she's getting along tolerably well with the kitten. She wasn't happy, though, with me, because I picked the kitten up and actually held the kitten today for the first time. She was not a fan of that. She saw me through the window, and boy, did I get talked to when I came back into the house. I've never had the doctor holler at me like that before. But she made it very clear she was not a happy kitty from the sound she was making. But as long as she doesn't do that towards the kitten, that'll be fine. But I'm going to see, somebody else gave me the number for a cat rescue in the area, so hopefully I can have some help to get them vet care and get them rehabbed and find a home for the 3 of them. Like I said, 2 of them I can take because the doctor likes them. She's okay with them, but not with Rory, who is the one that most tries. She'll stand at the door. She does want to come into the house. She'll be right at the house. She's now taken to standing up and looking in the window of the screen door. She really wants a home, but her sister really doesn't want her here.
But I have to say, when I brought Faye home, they weren't happy with Faye either, and they hissed and hissed.
Yeah.
But then they were fine. you know, it's like, yeah, that went
there'll be
almost for
some,
5,
and I expect some, but the doctor physically goes after Rory. If she's out back, she will actively attack Rory out back.
Oh.
And see, that's the problem. Is she doesn't do that with the other two. She might hiss a little bit, but she doesn't actually go after them. And she will go after Rory. She will chase her. She will scratch at her. And so that's why I'm concerned about it, is because that's going to be a definite problem. And the funny part is like, if I didn't have the doctor, I'd be able to rehome all 3 of them in here, because those 3 get along, and I'm pretty sure that Shadow is the kitten's father, because when that little one first started coming with Rory, she let Shadow come right up to him, laid down next to him in the sunlight. At one point, they were all in the leaves, all curled up together, the 3 of them. No mama cat's going to let any male cat do that with their kitten, unless it's possibly dead. So
very possibly.
They're kind of a unit, which is a shame. I don't really want to break them up, but I might have to. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Just keep doing what I can, and but every I have a buy me a tea thing on my channel, and everything from that goes to helping deal with these kittens, these cats, to get them
Very nice.
Oh, what do you have? A pretty little thing there.
So I've got a little gal here. She is made by Victoria Ceramics in Japan. And she has one of those little, like, oh gosh, whatever this material is, right over the top. It's got some glitter on it. Now, she is in pretty good condition, I will say. The puppies, hi, Catherine, and hello, Barb. The puppies, unfortunately, have not fared as well. This one, you can see a repair on his tail. So that did come off at some point. And then this one of his feet broke off right there, and I don't know where it is. So he does unfortunately have a little trouble standing, but he still does stand, but he is just a little off. So I do want to point that out. They do still have their chains attached to them, but she, and it's fun because she's walking, because one of her feet is up front here and one of her feet is in the back. Get her turned around here. When you've got the chains on them, you gotta watch out how you move them, because you gotta move them with the chains. And then she's got a pretty little bow on the top. And then her other hand, she's kind of like holding her skirt as she walks. And they are about yay big, but I do want to point out that this one has the broken foot, and this one has the repaired tail on it. And she is going to be, there we go, $12 and number 18. And she still does have her sticker on the bottom. So $12, number 18. And oh, I've got Carrie Ann for that one. Thank you. And then I have a fun little wicker trinket box. Now it is full of potpourri right now, but it is in the shape of a heart. And it has, as you can see, this cute little latch right here. So when you lift it up, there's all the little potpourri that is currently in it. And then that, oops, get that in there. That is how you close it. Here is the back. So it is just a fun little woven heart little trinket box. And this is $4 and it's number 23. And those are my 2 items.
Okay. So I have, get a hold of here. I have a few paper doll books that I just found today that were, I think some were from my mother's stash and one was Mike's and he never, ever, ever used it. So I have the Medieval Knight paper soldiers, which is a little bit different from the paper dolls. Now, these would be cool for doing artwork with because the way they're made, they come with little stand pieces and a little flap so that you fold the little flap over, but then you glue, there's one, the stand piece in the center of the flap so that that way it has a base and can stand up. So these are made so that you could do that. And what's really cool is like, here's the front of them, but there's the back. So they're double-sided. So if you wanted to use it in an assemblage that's something that stood on its own, that these were going to be seen partway around, then, you know, you'd have both sides because they are printed front and back. So, yeah, Betsy McCall, some of those were like that, depending on what magazine you got. Betsy McCall, I think sometimes it had the back. The paper doll from a lot of early paper dolls, they don't have a back to them, but it's so cool when you find the ones that do. And this is $8, number 54. $8, number 54. Yeah, they're
Those
beautiful illustrations. Yeah, this is very different. And it is a cool one. And I don't know if Dover still makes this one. This is from 96 when Michael was a little kid. But it's great illustration. And how can you do, like, if you do some kind of little artwork that's a princess, how do you do the princess without having the knight in shining armor?
Right.
You gotta have the knight. Okay, so
and the horse.
And the horse. Now the other one I have is Chanel Fashion Review. And these were, this was from my mom. She used to get these and use them for costume and period clothing reference because of the wonderful illustrations. I love that dress with the flowers along the bottom. Not so big onto the fur-edged cape, but but this one has a lot of great images. Look at that 19. Doesn't this look when this one looks like Jack Lemmon in Some Like It Hot?
Yes.
I kept looking at that going, I know I've seen that before. What movie was that?
Oh, that is so true.
That one looks just like it. But, you know, these are great. And if you're a fan of Downton Abbey, man, this is the period they're up to now. Some of this is the early, like this one's the green one is 1916. And certainly looks like something Cora would have worn in Downton Abbey. But this is $8 and it's number 43. $8, number 43. Yeah, where is Warren?
He was here. I did see him. Oh, we've got Jennifer Miller. Hello, Jennifer.
Okay. Thank you.
And Leslie, you asked a question about shipping costs, and I will say shipping costs.
Warren's back.
Oh.
Warren, back up a little bit so you can see that. It's medieval knights, Warren. Something very different.
That is different. And give him the number and the price on that one real quick, just in case.
Yeah, it was the Knight Paper Dolls was $8. It was number 54. We were even asking, where's Warren?
And so Leslie, it is almost impossible to say exactly because it depends on the weight of the item, whether we're shipping it in a poly mailer, a box, depends on the weight, of what you're getting. Where you live, I don't know where you live in relation to where I live. So all those factors go into figuring out shipping costs. If it's under a pound, for me, it's usually, I think, $7. It's like $6 and something, but it's like basically $7, I think, to ship it across the country. First class, not priority mail. So again, it depends because there are several different categories for weight, several different categories when you're talking about ounces. Even, it's like 1 to 3 ounces or 1 to 4 ounces, then 5 to like 8 ounces, then 9 to 13 ounces, and then 13 to 15 ounces. So it varies so much. And then once you get into a pound, that's why a lot of us try to, as much as possible, save things for a couple of sales so that, again, depending on if you're buying something really heavy and something really light, then cost-wise, it just makes it easier to ship it. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to show a vase next. And this is a white cast glass. So it is clear. You can see on the bottom there, it is clear. And then the white is cased on the inside of this. And it is beautiful. Love that milky white color. And then you can see it does have a bit of trying to see if that is gold or silver. I think it's gold. Gold on there. And then I have to say, these flowers do seem very textured on here. So I'm thinking that this is hand painted. It does have, I will get in here really close, and you can see that there is a little bit of wear on the paint. And, that's just going to happen over washing. But it does have a very nice Asian style to the flowers that are on here. And this is about 6.5 inches tall, great for a little bud vase. And it's just so pretty, the white cased glass inside the clear glass. And this lovely vase is $6. And it is number 24. So $6, number 24, that beautiful Asian style flowers on that one. And then I'm going to stick with something that is also Japanese. And this one is a cat picture. So look at that. The back is open there. And you can see, so is his mouth. And his tail is the handle, and it is a really good size picture. Hello, Uncle Andy. And this is by Takahashi, which is a San Francisco-based company. Look how sweet his face is, his ears. Such a happy expression. And he's got just some fun markings on him. Now these little on the back, I think that this is a little chip. It does feel ever so slightly rough. So we've got a little chip right there. And then right on the front, he does have a little chip right there. He has a really smooth satin finish to him. So the glaze is that nice. He's not shiny. It is satin, but he's smooth and not rough like a bisque. So he does feel very nice because he's got that smooth satin glaze. And you can see again, he's a big guy. He is about 9 inches tall. And for the kitty pitcher or vase, if you want to use him as a vase, I think he would be fantastic with some tall flowers coming out of him. He is going to be $10. And he's number 7. And again, this is done by Takahashi out of San Francisco. They did a lot of stuff in the 70s, I think even into the early 80s. They were doing some things. And let's see, those are my 2. So we will go to, oh, I've got you, Demetris. Thank you so much. And hello and welcome. And I don't know if you'll be able to see, maybe I'll bring it forward here so you can see, but the little, oops, come on, cord. You're right here. There we go. It's like the cord is right there, but I'll bring it in closer so you can see the little bubble light is going away. It is doing its thing. And isn't that fun? It's just a single. So it is, here's the little fixture right there. It's built right in. It's just a single. And it is on this fantastic wreath. Isn't that just wonderful? I love looking at this. It's so fun. So there we go. All right. Now let's get Nancy up here.
I'm reading the chat and I just see I had a couple outside on my porch and the bear took one. Okay. I'm glad I don't have those around. I got a lot of critters around, but they're all reasonably small. You know, the raccoon is probably the biggest thing out there because Mama Raccoon is massive. But yeah, I don't want to deal with bear. I just don't. Bear at summer camp was enough. And that wasn't even in our campsite. So I have a pair of Flamingo salt and pepper shakers. Look at the great color on these. Now, they are vintage. One has its cork. They made in Japan. Now, this one is fine. He does have a crazing line that goes right across here that I really had to look hard at that and go, is that a crack? But you can run your fingernail over it and nothing catches. So it is definitely a crazing line, but such a wonderful color and there's no chips. Great beak. Now this one though, this one had been repaired. And I'll tell you, I didn't see that when I bought it because I couldn't find it. Even when I washed it, I didn't find it. It was after I checked the other one, I thought, oh, I should check this one. And this one, now where's the line? Okay, so the line goes from here and then it goes up and it follows underneath the tail feather. The break actually hides right through here, and then the only time when you spot it is when it's on the leaf right there. That was the only spot you could really see it, and I think you guys can just see that little line there. But man, it's a fantastic. It's a fantastic repair, and the fact that it cracked right along the mold line of where the bird's body meets the leaves. You don't even see it. And I usually look things over really carefully and I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it until I looked at it with the jeweler's loop, because I was concerned about that one, and that's just a crazing line. But boy, what a fabulous pair. But because he's been repaired, you know, I was all set to make him an offer up until I found out the one had been repaired. So they look, though, I mean, they're going to look stunning on a shelf because you really can't see that repair. So they are $7, number 66. $7, number 66. And I know it's hard to find the ones with the wings open like that, but it is still be such a great little decorative pair. Blue Flamingo. Thank you. Tuck these over here. And then I have something that is going to be, it's an offer up, and we're starting this at $10.
All right.
And I'll explain why. So it's this wonderful demi-tasse cup, and it's got the gold, that wonderful, what they used back then, 22 karat gold, to line the inside of the cup and all down the side of the handle. Now, the bottom of the cup is not marked, but it is very thin porcelain. And on the front, and if you're wondering about that color around it is a very deep purple. And there is, all this here is a really, really pale lavender, and then goes into white around the very bottom edge. And now it says Wildwood by the Sea on the saucer, but it also has made in Germany. So this is from before World War II. So it is a wonderful piece that would have been at the seashore, because Wildwood, New Jersey isn't that far from here, and it's still a great place to go. A lot of high schools around here, that's where senior week is. Senior week, you go to the shore, you go to Wildwood, because there's so many amusement piers there. But this is from back in the 30s, and it's not lived outside of a china closet my entire life. I think it was either bought or a giveaway, but had been in my great aunt's china closet like this, just propped up. They didn't have any little wooden stand or anything with it, but it's in perfect condition. But being that it is, I knew it was older, and then when I flipped it over and realized it has made in Germany, then that means this is one of the ones that's from before World War II, so it'd be from the 30s. In the 20s and 30s, a lot of stuff that was given away at the seashore or at carnivals. Like carnivals, a lot of the carnival stuff would be made in Japan, and then a lot of stuff at the seashore, the higher end souvenir stuff, would be made in Germany, because they were exporting a lot of porcelain knickknack kind of things from Germany in the 20s and 30s as well. But then when the war hit, that all stopped.
That is so true.
I see Warren Hart at 12.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no chips or cracks. The gold is in excellent condition. It's just a beautiful little demi-tasse cup. If you've seen the video on my treasure cabinet, which is my china closet that's in my bedroom, you know I have no room in there for this. So, and it's beautiful, but I can't keep everything, and I'm not really into collecting cup and saucers. So I'd rather it went to a home where it would be beautifully presented and enjoyed, because it's lived in a box for just far too long.
Yeah, let someone else put it in their china cabinet and enjoy it.
Exactly.
Or have the fanciest cup of tea in town.
Oh, yeah. The gold inside.
And we'll start counting this one down. We are going once,
I mean, I wouldn't, because, gold is soft, so I can't imagine why they would line some of these gold, but.
Going twice.
So pretty.
And we are sold.
All right. Thank you. Tuck that back there. And that was my 2.
All right. So I have a necklace. Hello, Thomas. And hello, Cheryl. So I have just a simple cord necklace, very adjustable, with this beautiful butterfly pendant on the bottom. This is enamel and rhinestone pendant. And I love this little extra dangly bit that hangs down and gives this some movement. That is so fun. So if I were wearing it, it would be about, yay big, about that big on, which is, let's see, that is about almost 2 inches for the butterfly. So the butterfly is almost 2 inches. And then the dangly part is about another 2 inches down. And it is just lovely. Here is the back. So you can see that part. And this is going to be $12 for the butterfly necklace. And it's number 13. And it's so pretty. You've got rhinestones on the wings, rhinestones on the body. So that was, again, $12, number 13. And then I've got something kind of spectacular. Ooh, look at this peacock. So this is a really nice enamel peacock. It is a metal. So here's the back. There's the metal. Oh, Cheryl for number 13. Thank you. Now let me know if you guys would like me to do an offer on this. So there are rhinestones all through the tail feather, and then rhinestones in the body. Let me turn it this way so you can see. And then the beautiful painted body. And it is a hinge box. How about that? Isn't that fun? It is a hinge box. It stands, let's see, 3 inches tall. So the body is 3 inches, and then the length is just about 7 inches. So just about 7 inches on that one. And then you can see that there are the rhinestones scattered on the body, and then the beautiful rhinestones all down the feather. Okay, and then again, I'll show the little hinge box opening.
I'm amazed at that tail because it's all individual little loops instead of solid.
Yeah. And then there is the back again, so you can see how they soldered that together. And then here is the body underneath, just in case you want to look at those peacock feet. There they are. And this is a lot of fun on this one. So it is going to be $18. And it is number 16. So $18, number 16 on that one. And those are my two. And I see Goody Ma for that one. Thanks, Barb. And we will go back to Nancy.
Okay. I have, and unfortunately I only have half of the set, which happens all too often. You find little Nipper here and you don't find the Victrola. But he is styrene, that early hard plastic.
Wow.
It's so collectible. And I only ever found him when we were cleaning out my great aunt's house. I never found the Victrola that would have gone with him. He is, because he has the little piece that opens up. That little piece comes out. He is a salt and pepper shaker set. Well, he's not a set, but he's got one thing interesting. The more modern ones, the holes are in the head. The old ones, the old styrene, there's a single hole under the ear. So, well, there's two, but you don't see it right away. He's really cool as a little display puppy because of the fact that you don't see the holes because they're hiding, but he's the earlier ones. So styrene was kind of the first hard plastic after Bakelite. So a lot of stuff starting in the 30s, late 20s, but all through the 30s and the 40s, you could find hard plastic styrene things. And it's a little thicker than the later plastics. And it also has the benefit of styrene is always glossy. A lot of the plastic that came later, they didn't necessarily have gloss all the way, but the way styrene was made, it just created its own gloss all over everything. So that's one of the ways you can tell. Styrene also is often pretty translucent. So when you hold him up to a bright light, you can actually see, especially towards the bottom here, you can actually see the light coming through. So that's one of the ways, that's some of the ways you can tell the early styrene stuff. So he's the RCA dog, the little Nipper, and he is $8. And he's number 67. $8, number 67.
Do you know approximately what year? Or
being that I was trying to pin down a year because now he's being the styrene one. They didn't put the styrene one out because they made an early plastic set. In the 1920s, they did a chalkware version, and then in the 30s, they came out with this set. But they continued to make this set until the end of the 40s. So by 1950, they redid it as ceramic. So he's somewhere between, say, 1930 and 1950. And then you can get plastic ones now, but the plastic ones now have the holes in the top of the head. But they're the modern plastic. So you've got a 20-year spread of when they were making him out of the styrene. Because I think they issued him in 1930 or 31. So he was, where is he on my list? He was $8, number 67, and I see Jan Goodwin.
And hi, Sue. Hi, Jeannie.
You. And now I have a lovely little piece of RS Germany. Everybody looks for RS Prussia. Well, the R&S company, they bounced around a little bit. By the time they ended, they were in Poland. And then 1939 took care of that. They were briefly in Germany after Prussia became Germany. But it is a beautiful calla lily on this creamer. And there is another one on the back. And it's this wonderful, delicate, look, you can just see, when I move my hand, you can see where the feet are. You can see the dot. That's how thin and beautiful quality this porcelain is. And all these aren't cracks. It's all dimpled around the edge. And it's also got all these neat little lines, not on that part, but down in here. So there's a pattern of ridges on both sides. And look at the delicate little handle, how there's this little extra piece to support it and how thin that is. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous piece.
So nicely detailed.
It is. I love RS Prussia. And I decided to, when I found this, I decided that I have other RS Prussia pieces, and I know my space for, as I find this stuff, to keep it is limited. So I decided that I was going to share the wealth of the few pieces and pass this one along.
And you don't see a lot with calla lilies on it. That is so nice.
You don't see a lot with calla lilies. It really is a beautiful little piece. And these are great. I have a little creamer that's got little violets on it. And I use that in the spring because my backyard is full of them. And I'll wait until they get tall enough stalks. And then before my kid can cut the grass, I'll go out and just get a huge clump of them in the beginning of May. And I stuff them all in the creamer on my kitchen table. So, if you can get it, for these little creamers are great when you get, that rose that only has the short little stem or something, then they make great little flower vases for stuff like that. So this is $10 and it's number 58 for the Calla Lily RS Prussia creamer. It's $10, number 58. Sorry, not RS Prussia, RS Germany.
And I see Jan for that one, Jan Goodwin.
Okay. Jan looks like Jan's going to start filling a box here. That's okay. I do that. And that's my 2.
Oh, okay. Nope, I can't count.
Another Nancy is here.
Very nice. Another Nancy. That is awesome. It is great to have you here, Philly Girl.
Now that Philly Girl has shown up in the vintage community, now I think that makes 5 of us.
5 Nancys?
5 Nancys now floating around.
And how many Nancys in Pennsylvania does that make?
Yeah, that's the surprise, because Philly Girl, Philly's not far from me. At least the city isn't.
That's great. Oh, and we've got Jan from Antiques from Karen stopping in and saying hi.
Hey.
And Sandy is here. Hello there. Okay, I have got an adorable little sea otter. He is carved out of wood. And he's got a sweet face. He does sit on his back like sea otters do. You can see he's nicely detailed. That gives him the appearance of fur. And yes, Jan, we are still on for tonight. And I did make an announcement at the beginning of my sale that, yes, I will be with Antiques from Karen tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and we will be doing a book sale. And I have got all kinds of fun books to sell through. So if you enjoy a big variety, I've got crafting and cookbooks and more crafting, and I've got some adult coloring books, and I've just got all kinds of fun stuff. And Jan has got a house full of wonderful things too. So stop by her channel tonight because you never know what she's going to find. Now, on the back of this little otter, it does have still all of his stickers. The only one that's been removed is the price from the Bon Marché, which is, if you're from the Pacific Northwest, you know of the Bon Marché, which around the year 2000, I think, was bought by Macy's. So to find things that still say the Bon Marché means it is pre-2000. And this, there is a sticker under here that says that this was carved in Indonesia. So it is I'm going to say it's like a medium weight wood. It's not really dense and heavy wood, but it's not super light. It's just great enough to sit on a shelf. But he is so cute. I'm going to give you a measurement on him really quick. He's about 7 inches long. And this fun little guy is $15. And he is number 14. Hello, Jody. $15, number 14 for the little sea otter. Oops, come here. There he goes. Okay, and then I've got some sheet music. So I've got this fun booklet and a few other, a few other ones, but this one is actually a little bigger than just a song. This has several songs in it, and it's got Bing Crosby and Dinah Shore on the cover. And it's got the music and lyrics to all of those songs. And so
that's an early Dinah Shore. She's not blonde yet.
And you can see it's got all of these. Oh, and we've got some pictures on the inside. And then we've got the Eddies. There we go. Eddie Arnold and Eddie Fisher. Anytime. Let's see. Then we've got Chattanooga Shoeshine Boy. Till the End of Time. These, I think, are mostly from like that. Yeah, like this is from the 40s. This one, I think, is from the 40s also. So I think these are mostly 50s. So I think these are mostly the 40s and 50s that this music is from. Here is Wanting You.
I know that song. Is that from Sigmund Romberg?
It says it's from The New Moon.
Yep, The New Moon. Yep, music by Sigmund Romberg. Oh, I didn't know Hammerstein did that. I did that show.
Oh, wow.
That's how I know that. It's beautiful music. Romberg did some gorgeous music in the 30s. And they're wonderful. That's one of the best songs, too.
And then there is Goodnight, Irene. Oh, and you get a bonus. You get the Hopscotch Polka. My goodness, who doesn't need polka music? And then we've got Put Another Nickel In. And then this is Music, 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 featuring Guy Lombardo. And then this one is Songs Sacred and Secular. So this one just has really pretty graphics on it. And so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 6 plus this wonderful booklet with more songs in it. So you get all 6 of these. And this is going to be $12. And it is number 1. So $12, number 1 for this one. And let's see, those are my 2. Oh, we've got Tiger for number 1. Thank you, Tiger. And we will go on to Nancy.
Okay. I have another little fellow. This one is porcelain. His nose is kind of funny because it's partly white on the tip. But he's very cute. The light's kind of bright and whiting him out. But he does have really good details to the fur. Like all of his body has these little wavy lines to imitate the fur. But he is not marked. He's just a little guy. I've buried my ruler. So he's 1 inch and 3/4 tall. So he's not very big. So this little poodle is $4 and he's number 48. Looking for a good home. I like that they even went to the trouble to put like little black marks where the claws would be on the bottom of the paws. They did that on all 4 of them. But he is $4 and he's number 48 for the little porcelain poodle. So now the next one, it's going to be an offer up simply because I don't know how to price this. So we're going to start this at 8.
All right.
It is a vintage hat, New York Creations. It says adjustable. I don't know why. What's the back say? There's no date on this, but now I thought this was the kind you would wear sideways, but the veil, whoever had it must have been wearing it this way because the veil, which is still on it, comes forward this way. So I don't want to pull it too hard because it's the original veil on this. And it's very thin veil. That netting they used to use for veils is super thin. And I don't want to pull it too hard. But these are velvet flowers. They have, let me get the veil out of the way. They have the little stamens in. They have velvet stems hiding under that veiling. You could readjust the veiling because it's just stitched in along here. And in the back, the veiling is held on with a hat pin. But I think this is the kind that would look really cool to have on this way. Like, because in the 40s and 50s, you used to have a fascinator. Now, a fascinator was always just a smaller hat that kind of went on the side of your head and then would be pinned in at the back. And see, now, if you wear it like that, it fits perfectly. It arcs right over the top of your head. And
it looks great.
I don't even have it pinned in, and it's staying on my head that way. So it's a wonderful, wonderful hat. And it's in great shape, too. The wiring around the edge is lightweight. It's not broken. It's not poking through anywhere. It's got that old school kind of buckram, which is, so this is all breathable. So it's not going to be really hot on your head. This is.
Does that have a label in the back?
It does have a label in the back, and the label just says New York Creations. That's all it says. And then in the other side, it says about Fair Labor Standards Consumer Protection Label.
Well, it's fancy. It comes from New York.
It is a fancy little hat. And I don't know if the netting came with the hat or if the netting was added later, but there was a point in time where, you know, you wore netting over your face, even if it just came down to your nose. You had the netting over your face for some reason.
The flowers are still in beautiful condition.
The flowers are in wonderful shape, and they are pieces of velvet that are curled at the edges. And then they even have the little tiny stamen pieces on the inside.
Wow.
It really, there's no fading or discoloring. There's no fading or discoloring to that, which surprises me because velvet is notorious for fading, but it didn't. It really has kept a uniform color all the way around. And you can see that's part of the stitching that's holding the veil on up at the front there.
Okay, well, we'll start counting this one down. We've got Sarah Lee at 10, and we are going once.
And then the veil would come down. I don't want to fuss with the veil too much because I do know old veiling on hats was often a very fine silk, and it very often ends up dry rotting because it's old and fine. And so even this one, I noticed there's two little spots where there's little holes to the netting where it's starting to go. So I don't want to fuss with the netting too much, but I love the shape of this because you can put it on your head any direction you want. I mean, you could, because of this neat curved shape, I mean, you could even do this way and have the roses in the back because it's just, look at that, such a perfect little arch. I'd rather cockeyed, but.
And we're sold.
Awesome. It's such a cool find. And now the other hat that I found in the box with it, I'm keeping. But that one, I could share that one. So who did that go to?
Sarah Lee Coleman for $10.
Okay. Thank you. And that and the puppy were my two.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I've got a really fun Taylor Smith Taylor cream and sugar set. And these are so mid-century modern. It just kind of blows my mind with the shape of these. Look at that handle. Isn't that fantastic? The inside is a light blue, and then the outside has this beautiful blue flower, and this is the boutonniere pattern. And then look at this sugar. Isn't that fantastic? Here is the handle on, it is a metal handle that is on there. Hello, book. And then the inside of this one is also light blue. And then you can see right there, those are the rests for the lid to sit on. And you can see because of these big swooping sides, they had to put that on there. So when you put the lid on, it fits right on the inside there. Oh, love this. Now, it is not marked anywhere Taylor Smith Taylor, but it is. And again, this is the boutonniere pattern. And oh, look at this. I love the shape of that. And then I'll get in here again so you can see that light blue and the beautiful flower. And this sugar and creamer set no chips or cracks. It is in outstanding condition. $25, and it's number 17. And I'll show both of those pieces again. But yeah, I just think this mid-century styling of these pieces is just so fantastic. Okay, and hi Terry. Let's do this gal. We'll go up a few years and we'll get this little basket gal. Now she is from, I'm going to say, the late 60s. And she is supposed to be a muted, kind of mustardy color. She's got a really big bonnet on. She does have felt on the bottom, so she will protect your surface. And she does have a bisque finish to her. She's got this wonderful little basket here. It does have the remnants of like a florist foam in there. So you can put little dried flowers in her basket. She is about 6 inches tall. So she is yay big. And I'm going to get in here close so you can see her little eyelashes and her light blue eyeshadow. She's got pigtails and her pretty little dress. Definitely a piece that was made in Japan, even though if she was marked, maybe she was marked under the felt. I am not 100% sure on that. And she is $14. And she's number 11. Bye, Tiger. Thanks for stopping in. So $14, number 11. And happy holidays, Tiger. And let's see. And those are my two.
Did Warren run away, or is he still around lurking? Because I have more paper doll books. This one, I don't need two of these. I did keep one. I've had one for years, but I found a second one of Japanese kimono paper dolls. And they are just gorgeous. And you can see they have like little comments underneath because it tells you the style. Because there were different artists that were known for the artwork of the silk painting. So you have Shigemasa, Utamaro. I've heard of Utamaro. This one's an Utamaro. You can tell that like that person really liked to have lots of layered patterns, and you can see there's a huge amount of decorative painting on the kimono. And even the under kimono, which here they're showing it here, has a pattern to it. And now then there's other ones where, like this one, Kiyomitsu, everything's the same color palette, but it's very limited just to the edge and a little bit to the end of the sleeves. So there were different designers even for these, but they really are just beautiful. I like that one with the sunflowers on it. But you have, and then there's the two dolls. So you have all these very unique looking kimonos, and this is $8 and it's number 70. $8, number 70. And the other one I have is one that is going to be an offer up simply because this one is a collectible piece. I'm giving you guys a shot at one, and the other one I will probably put online because this one is very hard to find. Peggy Jo Rosamond is the artist, and she does have a following for her paper doll books. And these were all from the Simon and Halbig doll, which was a German bisque baby doll in the early 1900s. It was the first company to ever put out an African American China doll for the African American community, because dolls usually were, you know, bisque and white. And so they made the first jointed doll with a porcelain head, and it had a carved wood body. And then this is her paper dolls based on those dolls. So this is an offer up. It is a rare one to find. You can see there's 71 cutouts. But they even show you what the doll looked like. So this is an offer up, and it starts at 10. But you can see how it's the doll, the original doll, she copied it in here, how the heads were porcelain, and then the bodies were all carved wood, and the hips and legs, the hips and knees were actually jointed in the wooden ones. So,
yeah, Warren, could you let us know if you wanted the Japanese ones or not? Yeah, just saying mine a lot of times is not enough of an indication for us
another one, so.
to let us know what's going on. So give us a little more information, Warren.
Japanese one, and then this one was an offer up. And I know I did the homework on the dolls is because they also offered one later that had the stuffed body, which had the porcelain feet and porcelain arms and a porcelain head. So they did two different versions of the dolls. But I just think it's fantastic that somebody went to the trouble to look up how they made the dolls and make some wonderful outfits for them, because the outfits for the dolls were not this ornate, some of these, but they were the first company that actually made them. But she went on to different time periods, because now you're getting into the Edwardian outfits. So it is really fabulous. This is the Christmas lady dress. I'm so glad that I don't have to wear a hoop. It's cold in the winter. I did Victorian caroling one year and had a dress, and there was no way I was putting a hoop under there. I had layers of flannel petticoats because I wasn't going to freeze while walking through media singing my heart out. So, and I like this one actually has a little baby as well, which is really cute because you don't often see little babies in paper doll books. So, but that one was an offer to start at 10, and I don't see any takers on that one.
Well, I see. Well, Jody, Jody's in at 10, and I don't see that Warren's come back to explain what mine is, but I do see that CR13, who is Cheryl, would like number 70. So I think since Warren hasn't come back into the chat to let us know, we'll just go ahead and move on with that one. And we've got Jody at 10. So we'll go ahead and start counting this book down. There we go. And we are going once.
It's so taken for granted that, you don't find things that are, even now, you don't find too many things still that show African Americans or Latino. And if you go back to toys in the 90s, there's not much there. and then have somebody who went to the trouble of finding out that there was a doll that was made in Germany in the early 1900s and exported to the US and to England. And she made a point of making paper dolls out of them so that you could, know about the doll. And
well, I picked up at an estate sale. I'm trying to remember where he is, and in all the organizing I've been doing lately, I haven't come across him again. So he is somewhere in my house, but I did pick up 4 dolls at an estate sale that were sold together in a lot. And the Doodles helped me with 2 that she thinks are the older German bisque style. Although it's hard to tell with their bodies, but I bought them specifically because there was one little African American boy or little gentleman in a suit, and he has a porcelain face, but his suit is on so tight, there's no way to know what kind of body he really has. But I just might have you take a look at, I'll send you a link to that video and have you take a look and see if you recognize anything about him. Because he is really cool.
Simon and Halbig dolls. So we have, so where are we at now?
We have Terry at 14, and we are going twice. And after this one, Nancy, you may need to refresh your phone.
Okay. We're about due. I've been waiting for.
I know we went a good stretch on this one. We definitely did.
We did pretty well.
All right, last call, everyone. Last call, and we are sold. And hello, Marianne. Okay, so I'm
just waiting
for the chat. So keep talking in the chat. So everybody keep talking in the chat, because whenever we do offer ups, it helps if people talk in the chat, so the chat we can make sure that it's recorrecting itself and we're getting the right person. So that is Terry for $14. Okay, and then Nancy is going to refresh her phone. So if you see her go away, it's all right. She will be right back. And I'm going to take this moment to remind everyone that on Christmas evening, because it is a Saturday night, I will be live. I won't have a sale, but it will be fun and games, and I'll have a bunch of like free things and some other things to do for giveaways. And I'm going to be having the link to StreamYard in there. So if you want to stop in and say hi, you certainly can. StreamYard is one of those things where if you don't turn your camera on, if you prefer not to be on camera, but you want to come on and say hello to everybody, you can do that without having your camera on. It can be just audio. So do keep that in mind if you are interested in coming on and just saying hi to everybody or wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. You absolutely can do that. So I want to point out, there is that option with StreamYard. So let's see. Where am I? I am going to do this next. So this bowl is really cool, and it's kind of an optical illusion, and I'll show you why. So it's a large bowl, kind of like you're going to toss a salad size bowl. And oh yes, and everyone who I've sent out a whole bunch of Christmas cards, and just to show, my appreciation for you guys showing up to my live sales and my, watching my videos and all that stuff. I very much appreciate all of you. So thank you guys so much. And it's just my little way of saying thank you, and you are appreciated. And let's get rid of thank you guys so much. And so on the outside of this one, you can see it is carved, natural coloration in the wood. But that is a beautiful job, kind of like a
cabbage leaf.
Yeah, it is kind of like that. Yeah. And then here's the fun part on the inside. Look at that, where they picked a piece of wood and they carved it in such a way to have that part of the wood kind of be a focal point in this, and it kind of gives the wood a very different dimension.
Like an optical illusion. It looks deeper than it really is.
Yes, Jody, yours was the only one with $100 bill in it. Santa told me to do that because you've been so good all year long.
I got a lump of coal. But I'll burn it in the fireplace. It'll keep me warm.
Yeah, there you go. But this is just so fun as you turn this wood around and look on the inside. It's such a fun optical illusion by having this down there. And then when you flip it, you can see, oh no, it's just regular bowl shaped. Just a regular, all the sides are the same. But when you flip it in there, it just gives it such a different look. So this is so fun. I like this. If you like wood carved bowls, this one is a fun one to have. And hi, Michelle. And this bowl is going to be $15, and it is number 5. So $15, number 5. And you can see it's a nice big one. I like that.
Jody,
and everybody's, I know, it figures Jody would be the one to start the trouble in the chat.
Yeah, it's Jody, you know. What are you going to do? It's Jody.
And then I've got another bowl. So this one is a piece of California pottery, and it has absolutely gorgeous roses, pink roses, all along the edge and on the inside. And there you can see it is a nice deep bowl. It again is about kind of salad size bowl, but look at the beautiful richness of this. Isn't that lovely? So this is called Garden of Roses, and it is Santa Anita ware, and it was made in California. But oh, I just love this. It is so pretty. Great for spring and summer and winter when you are wishing for roses. And this beautiful bowl, again, it is nice big salad size bowl. This one is $15, and it is number 4. Again, this is beautiful California pottery, Santa Anita ware. And those are my 2. And we'll go on to Nancy.
Well, I have, are they on my list?
Oh, Demetris, I've got you for number 4. Thank you.
I have a pair of bone china England mugs, and they must have been a set, but I could not find them. So this one has, you know, the village church, and then when you come around, it has the blacksmith, which I thought was pretty cool. And then this one has, you know, a little Tudor framed house, and I don't know the word for him. He makes the barrels, but there's a word for him, and I don't think it's Wainwright, because I thought a Wainwright did wagon wheels, but there is a term for the guy who makes the barrels, because let me tell you, it's a lot harder to make those suckers than you think, because I restored an old one that the metal had rusted off, but all the wood pieces were there. And a lot of the wood pieces are tongue and groove and curved, and it's a nightmare to get those bands back on.
Yeah, don't you have to get the tension just right?
Oh,
all of them to
yeah,
get the
and if the
bands
tension's
back on?
too loose, it just pops apart. And if the tension's too tight, you can't get it down far enough before you put a pin.
Mhm.
You know, you put some kind of pin through it to keep it where it's supposed to be.
Oh, Jody's
rough.
got it figured out. He's called the barrel maker. So
He's
thank
called the barrel
you,
maker.
Jody. Thank you. That's
They're
exactly
in
what
beautiful
Nancy was
shape.
trying to say. Hi, Doug.
So you have the pair of them. Wonderful, neat illustrations. Really kind of cool. They are bone china, that nice little ring. There's no chips. There's no cracks. I've never used them. They're kind of small for me for tea. But this is a wonderful pair from England, and it is $10 for the pair, and it's number 61. $10, number 61. We'll sit them back in there before I knock one down. It is Cooper, right? It's a Cooper? Because I kept thinking copper, and I'm like, no, I know that's wrong. But I thought it was something with a C. He's a Cooper.
Wow, excellent, guys.
The barrel. See, I was like, I've read enough 1800s books that I know it should mean something.
Very good.
All those years of reading Anthony Trollope and stuff like that.
Now, who's going to remember that tomorrow?
It'll be on the quiz.
Not me.
It'll be on the quiz. Now, I have this great little dresser jar. Can you see the rose? Maybe not. So for where each foot is, the glass panel has there we go. Maybe. There's a rose. There's a little rose on where each foot is. It's very 1920s. And then it's got all that ribbed glass around there. Even the bottom is textured. It's a brass lid. Now the brass lid has a slight issue. Can you see you can see the spot where somebody had put a sticker that said safety pins. Mom. Actually, no. Mom wouldn't do that to a piece of brass. I think it was her mother. I think Nanny did that. So I got the sticker off, but you can see how the coloring is a little different because with the sticker on there, the brass didn't oxidize the same way. And you can see how that's reflecting. There's an indent right here. And I tried, I don't want to damage it further, so I did not get it out. Maybe some of you have somebody you know who knows how to do that with metal and would have the right tools, because you don't want to just whack it with a hammer. You'll get the round imprint of the hammer. You need something like a rubber mallet and a soft thing for it to sit on. So I will leave that to the person who gets it. But It was part of a dresser set. Now there's a couple of tiny little flea bites right there on the inside edge. And it's all nice and clean, really nice Art Deco style, maybe into the 30s. But you get that, and you get this that was with it. They match. The difference is that while the one was probably for powder because the lid just sits on top, this one actually has a screw top. And they both still have their thick waxed cardboard insert into the lid. So this one was probably for some kind of a cream. And the lid screws on nicely, and there's no damage to the lid on this one. But they do match. They are the same patina, they're the same style. There's no maker's mark on any of this. And this one also has a waxed insert, waxed paper lid and insert to the lid. But
Jody thinks the barrel maker can take care of that. Getting the dent out.
No, Windows up. No, Windows, don't you dare. We're not having that.
Hi, Christine.
Like, with my laptop is suddenly going, you want to update the Windows 11 now? No, I don't. Not in the middle of the sale.
No.
I had enough fun with that when the phone decided to do that right before I was supposed to go live. I was like, oh, man. So because of the damage with the lid, the price is going to be very low for an Art Deco period dresser combo. So it is $8 and it's number 51.
Wow.
$8, number 51. I'm practically giving it away, but I want it to have a home. I've held on to this in spite of the fact that it's had that dent ever since I got it from my grandparents' house. And we emptied that house when I was under the age of 18 at that point. So late 70s, early 80s, 80, 81. I've held on to this that long. And so it's time for it to have a lovely home. I just couldn't bear just throwing it away just because of the glass work. Yeah, I just could not bear to just chuck that. It just was such beautiful glass work. So and I saw
Terry Candeloro.
Okay. Terry, darling, why am I not surprised it's you? All right.
And was that 2 from you? Because I can't count to 2 today.
Yes, because I did the mugs and then I did the dresser jars. So that's 2.
And he's saying, did we see that you wanted the English cups also? And
yes.
No.
Yes, I got that. I got you for the mugs.
Okay. I missed that. She got it.
I got you.
That's right. Don't throw anything away because I will make you do the walk of shame to the garbage can to pull it out.
Yeah, that was poor Jody. She didn't know, but boy, that was a bad thing. It was a bad thing to do.
But you know what, Jody? You made someone so happy by being able to get a vintage box to put their ornaments in.
Oh, man. So, yes, you made somebody extremely happy with that.
Yeah. Okay. I've got a couple of clear crystal items because I'm not afraid of clear glass or crystal. I like it, especially when it has a really neat pattern on it. And so I'm going to start with a bowl. Now, this is a fantastic little bowl, about that big. It's not deep. It's great for your candy, your nuts, your whatever you want to serve in a really fancy bowl. Smooth on the inside. The pattern is all on the outside. And look at this amazing pattern. I'm going to get in here so you can really see. This is a very detailed pattern.
Ooh.
Love
That's
this.
right.
And then the top here, you've got this nice little ruffle around the top. And let's see if I can get it to do. So it's got that beautiful crystal ring to it. And look at it shimmer. It's like diamonds. It just wants to sparkle in the light. Look how beautiful that is. And all of the prisms, the lovely colors that are coming from all of the prisms in there. Isn't that just spectacular? This is so pretty. Just stick it in a window and just let the light, natural sunlight, dance all over this. It is about, let's see, 6 inches. So it's about a 6-inch bowl. And this is going to be $8 for the crystal bowl. And it is number 10. So $8, number 10 for this beautiful crystal bowl. And again, look at those colors. Oh, I love all the colors. And let's see, put you there. Then also crystal, I have a pair of candle holders. Now, as I was doing some cleaning and organizing, I found these. It's like, oh, look at that. I've got crystal. And so right in the center there is where your candle goes. And this, I'm not sure I'm going to get this to ring. Let's give it a try. There, you can hear that. That high-pitched little sound lets us know that it is crystal. And they're just nice. They're simple. And they just have, a nice thickness to them. They're sturdy because they've got little bit of, they're not leaded crystal or anything like that. They're not super heavy. They've got just enough weight to them, just big enough. And for this pair of candle holders, they are $7 and they are number 19. And again, these are so pretty. Put those in a window and let the light dance around on those. And Nancy is back just in time. Those are my two.
All right. I have, and I just realized it almost matches the sweater. It's cold. It's cold in this house, so hence you're gonna be seeing me in sweaters for a while. Was not expecting the issues with light heat. So they apparently can't read because they kept insisting that I needed a letter from my landlord. So the form I kept putting, I own my own house. So we're having issues there. But this is a neat little.
You just have to write yourself a note, Nancy.
Honestly, I actually asked. I was like, well, fine. Then do you want me to just fill it in with my name as the landlord and then sign it as, well, then we need to know how much rent. And no lie, this was somebody whose brain is already on vacation. Okay. The brain was already on vacation because this was part of yesterday's frustration. No lie. She said, but if you do that, then you need to prove how much your rent is. So we need to have a canceled check for your rent to the landlord.
What?
I think brain cells in my head died after that one. It made my head hurt.
Oh yeah.
That was bad. That was it for me. I was like, you know what? I know I have 2 other calls to make, but I'm done. I'm just done for the day. So this is a pottery piece. Now, I'm not sure what this little piece stuck on here is. I think it's where they had something to hold it as a foot on the kiln. And it just says joy. right here. What I find interesting about the back, and I've known when I worked at the Delaware Art Museum, I've known some potters who have done this, is they've taken a piece of fabric and they press it in so that there's actually like a textured back to it on the clay. And when you look at it, you can actually see at some spots, you can actually see the cross of the threads. So they textured the back, but the front has this wonderful glaze, this dark green glaze, and a nice little fleur-de-lis in the center. So it's just such a nice little, you could use it for a little tidbit tray or a place to put your car keys, or if you like the pattern, you can hang it and display it. But it is just a neat little piece, and it is 5.5 by not quite 5.5. But it's just such a darling little piece. And I like the glaze has, like, you could really see this bit here, but there's modeling to the glaze, which is similar. I think they were trying to go for that Blue Mountain pottery look where the glaze isn't always even to be exactly like the solid color on some of their pieces. So I think that's what they were going for, but it's in good shape. There's no chips or cracks. There's no signs of any crazing to it. And it is $7, and it's number 68. $7, number 68 for the pottery fleur-de-lis. And the other item I have actually has its original box. Now it says it's from 2001, so it is 20 years old. Surprisingly, it says the Reader's Digest Foundation. I didn't know they made cars. Check that out. I will take it out of the box so you can see. This is a 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air. If you know anybody that likes their little vintage cars, this is really cool. And you can even see, like, there's no windows on the side. There is a windshield. There is a back window, but the sides are open. And I love it because the Bel Airs back then did not have a center panel, because I thought this was a mistake that there's no metal bar there. But in a 55 Bel Air, there wasn't one. The windows had the metal piece. So when the windows were up, that's when you saw the metal piece. The car itself is in fantastic shape. It does say 1955 on the license plate, but isn't that really cool little model car? And it says it's a GM officially licensed product. Now the box has seen better days, but the car is in perfect shape. And it is $6 for the Chevrolet Bel Air. For the little car, it's $6, number 73. $6, number 73. And it even still has the little, it's got its little hood ornament on there too. It's really cool. Now, if this were a Dodge Rambler, I'd be keeping it. I got gypped on not being able to inherit that car. So I see, who do I see? Looks like Terry came in first.
Yes, I see okay. Terry first.
And that's my 2. Somehow I'm off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. How did I do that? I don't know how I did that. Somehow I'm off by 1. I don't know how.
Was that 2? Because again, I can't count to 2
it
today.
Was 2. It was okay. 2.
And Thomas, I wish the inspectors were good at finding things They are masters at hiding things, though, because I will go and pick something up, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, the cats have been here and they have been hiding things in here. So, yeah, I wish it was the opposite. And I see that Sue is doing the phone numbers and stuff. Jody, it might be a good idea for you to send us reminders, reminder emails on things so that we can get you the funds so that Sue can call us and everything, because there's probably a lot of us who don't know how you want to do this or anything. So just saying, might be a good idea to send us some kind of notice or help us out in some way. Okay, I've got a pair of glasses, drinking glasses. And I've been trying to figure out, because when you see cranberry or red, you kind of go, ooh, is it flash? Is it flash? Is it not? Can I figure it out? I have a feeling based on the bottom, and I'm going to see if I can get in here and you can see. No, it's going to be really hard. There is ever so slightly some marks along the bottom that do make me think that this is flash. But it's really well done because there are hardly any. And I really had to, there's a couple of spots on here I've gone, oh, it might be flash, but it might just have been like an overexcited, let me see if I can get in here, an overexcited engraver who may have left like a little mark on there. So it is really, really hard to tell that these are flash, and they are really pretty. And again, as you know, I know it's a little late for Christmas for these, but we've got Valentine's, we've got all kinds of things coming up where this kind of reddish, cranberry-ish color would look so nice. And so for this pair, just gosh, bigger than a juice glass, but not quite a tumbler size on these. And so for the pair, they are going to be $8, and they are number 6. $8, number 6. And again, you've really got to look at the bottom and just see maybe a couple spots down there. Well, I'll tell you, the couple of spots I found, and I really had to search for them, are so close to the engraving that maybe I thought it was just an overexcited engraver. And so again, $8, number 6 on those. Hi, Kathy. And then I have this beautiful Anchor Hawking piece. It is a nice white milk glass, and it has a lovely grapes and leaves pattern on the inside. Super glossy. You can see that beautiful shine off this piece. And it is like a little pedestal bowl. And you can probably see it has a very slight ring of fire to it. Not overpowering, not like, ooh, look at the ring of fire. It's got a bit. If I get it kind of in the light, you can kind of see that little bit of orangey red happening. It's got just a hint of it. Really pretty though. Nice to find a short little pedestal. And hi, Sandra. This measures, let's see, from point to point, it's almost, it's like 11 inches. So it's a nice size for fruit. Put your bananas in here or put, all your fruit on the table. And on the back here, let me see if I can get it going the right direction. You might be able to see that little anchor in there, right there. And this is going to be $10. And it is number 2. So $10, number 2, Anchor Hawking milk glass. And those are my 2 items.
I have 2 more little cookie cutters. Now, you know what these are fun for? Now, this is a little piggy. This is a little piggy one. And have you guys ever used your cookie cutters on your pie dough to make fun shapes for on the top of the pie? You want to know a trick? When you do that, you use little shapes like this, cut them out, lay them on a piece of wax paper, and freeze them. Because that's how you get those really fancy tops on your pies that have all the little pieces and little things, because you don't want the little small bits to burn. So if you freeze it and then put it on the pie right before you stick it in the oven, then they won't burn. And then you can use really fun shapes.
Wow.
So I have, see, I love to bake. It's killing me that the oven, it's one hose is still needs repair. And it's just killing me not having an oven for the holidays because I love to bake. I hate cooking, but I love to bake. I even know how to make some of the pastry stuff, like those swans that you fill with cream. I haven't made those in ages. I'd like to make them again. But I love doing stuff like that, making it a little different. So we have this cute little piggy. And the cool part of these is that they're also fun for just decorating in the kitchen or putting on a wreath. My cousin has one that's all farm animals that's on a straw wreath, and she puts that up for the summertime on her kitchen door. So we have this cute little pig, and this one is $4, and he's number 56 for the piggy. $4, number 56. And then the other one, keeping with the farm animal theme here, is we have, whoops, line up there, dude. We have the rooster. We have a rooster one. And you can tell he's even got his little feathers at the top of his head, but he's got the little coxcomb hanging down underneath his beak. So we have a rooster cookie cutter that is also $4, number 47. $4, number 47 for the rooster one. And I see Terry for the little piggy. Oh, see, Terry, we make a good pair. You like to cook, but you can't bake. And I hate to cook. I like to bake. And Terry for the rooster, too. Okay. Well, thank you. That's my 2.
All right. Now, one of the things I love finding in my area, we end up having a lot of these, and I love the shape of them. So originally, these were used as orchid pots. Now, these are not the cheap made in China ones. These are made, excuse me, made in Germany by a company that has a really, really, really long name. I cannot pronounce.
With lots of consonants.
It's for me, and I took 2 years of German. It's still a very, very hard German word to say. I don't even try to, but it is made in Germany. These are not vintage. However, I like picking these up because to me, they have a very mid-century modern look to them. and they are really, really well made. They are thick. They have a super thick and rich glaze on them. And I absolutely love that about these. They come in tons of colors. And every time I see one that is in really good condition, I pick it up because they are wonderful. If you've got a mid-century modern kitchen, these are wonderful to keep your cooking utensils in. They really help accent the look of mid-century modern. Or if you're a crafter and just like to keep your supplies in something nice and tall, this is great. Bathrooms, all kinds of places. This one's almost 7 inches tall. So here it is here. So 7 inches. So it's nice and big. And you can see the opening is nice and big. And I just love these again because they are thick. They're well made. They're not like super heavy, but if you've ever picked one up and it's made from China, they are super light. They're not going to cut it if you're putting utensils in and out. Yeah. It's going to want to flop over. This is nice and sturdy. And again, that glaze is super rich. Look how beautiful that is on the inside. That just looks
like it would fit in with almost any kitchen decor. You know, it's just the right color. It's such a nice looking shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I love the silver one. It just is great. So this one is going to be $14, and it is number 3. And yeah, I was able to find a few more of these in different colors. So I will be bringing them to future sales. But this silver one is so nice. Great for winter, for people who like to decorate for winter. Silver is wonderful with blue and white for winter decor. Excuse me. And then I have, and Sandra for that one. Thank you, Sandra. And then I have a little Homeco pair. They are these adorable little mice. Now, why one of them has corn and one has cheese, I have no idea. Why not, right? Why not?
Well, yeah,
But they are so cute. They're so happy. Look at that. He's got his cheese. Oh, he is in heaven with his cheese. And this guy's stuffing corn down his overalls. I mean, they are happy.
Where else would you keep your corn cob?
That's right. They've got their cute little tails in the back. They both do have their Homeco stickers on them. And yeah, they're set. I mean, a party at their house. I'm telling you, that is where it is happening. And for these adorable little Homeco mice, they are, let's see if I can do this. Oh, I didn't even notice. So this one crosses his in the back. This one doesn't. He keeps them straight. There you go. All right. One's city, one's country. There we go. For the pair, they are $8, number 21.
Cheesy and corny. Yep.
Now we just need a joke book to go with them, right? All those fun dad jokes. I think that's what you need with them. And and Warren would like them. Wonderful. Thank you, Warren. Yes, the mice are going to party with the inspectors. Oh, speaking of the inspectors, hi, Joe.
There's one there.
Hello, Joe. What you doing?
My little inspector so far hasn't shown up, but then she might still be mad at me. She's probably asleep on my pillow because she knows that like makes my allergies go off. I love cats, but if they sleep on the pillow, then you know I get all that sinus goo. And she knows it. She knows she's not supposed to be up by the head of the bed. So if she's mad at me, that's exactly where she goes to take a nap. Who says cats aren't passive aggressive little trolls? You know?
Oh, you got that right.
Oh, yeah. So I have this paper doll. It's a Tom Tierney. He does a lot of them for Dover Publications. It's Kimberly, the little ballerina. And of course, Kimberly has her little 4th of July outfit. And she has, she's got a little fairy. I don't know. Is that an Oompa Loompa? I can't tell because, you know, I thought it was Dorothy at first, but it's got the orange hair and then those weird striped socks, which make me think of Oompa Loompas. So maybe that was a Halloween outfit. Because this one I like the kitty cat one. Honestly, if I had that as an outfit, I'd be that for Halloween. So I would wear that. Not the ballerina outfit. But because it only has one on each page, so it has fewer costumes, but they are a larger size because they fill the whole page. So this one is going to be $6 because there's fewer pages to it and fewer outfits. So this is $6, number 40. $6, number 40 for Kimberly, the little ballerina.
Well, Kimberly has got some really unique costumes.
She does, doesn't she? I do like that there are, you know, a couple that you could use as for holiday kind of display. And I see CRR 13. Then the other one I have is Polly Pratt. Now, Polly Pratt is one of the ones that they were created by Sheila Young. Now, Sheila Young created a couple of different paper dolls in the early 1900s prior to World War I. Because I know of her stuff because I had Letty Lane paper dolls that I was allowed to play with at my great aunt's. They were hers as a little kid, and she was the younger sister. So when World War I hit, Annie Floss would have been, I think, 10 or 8. No, younger than 8 when World War I hit. So I got to play with her Letty Lanes. So I recognized the artist style when I saw this one. And I didn't know that this is the same woman who had created the Letty Lane paper dolls. So the Polly Pratt ones were in Good Housekeeping magazine between October 1919 and August 1921. So you have 29 dolls in here and 89 costumes. And they're all reproductions of the originals from the early 1900s. And of course, there's the obligatory sailor suit. If it's going to be for a boy, if it's going to be the early 1900s. But they just are fantastic. They've even got little hats that are separate that you can put on their heads, little Halloween outfits. It goes through most of the holidays and has some kind of little outfit that matches them. I like the Halloween one here. That old school kind of Halloween, and the little black cat and the pumpkin is one of my favorites. A little witch outfit. So you could do a lot with these, or even just have it. The nice part of books like this is that if you put the clip kind of paper clips at the top, holding it open, you can use these as a backdrop for your little display, for your vignette. So the Polly Pratt is $8 and it's number 69. $8, number 69 for the Polly Pratt paper dolls. And Jennifer Miller got in there for that one. Okay, and that's my 2.
Okay. And I have, for anyone that likes to do cross stitch, I have some fabric here. Now, it's not a full kit. It's just the fabric. It says Home Sweet Home. And it is a house with flowers. Now, what I like about this fabric is that it is a larger cross stitch pattern. So it's not as intricate, not as time consuming, or if you're just starting out with cross stitching, or if some of the different counts are just getting a little too hard to see, this one is a nice big pattern. And so it's got it right on there. So all you have to do is pick your colors and stitch away. This is, let's see, the picture is about 10 by, so it's about 10 by 12 inches that the picture itself is. And this is going to be $5, and it is number 12. So $5, number 12.
That's neat when you find like the piece already got everything printed on it.
Yeah.
Instead of having to use the transfers and hope that the iron still works. It's funny, I've had some very, very old transfers that were from, you know, magazines from like the 1910s. Sometimes they would have them inside, and I'm always surprised that they still work. You know, they just put that iron down on them and run with it. I have stacks of old transfers when I can figure out what room they're hiding in.
Well, you'll have one room cleaned out soon. Soon. I have next an owl key holder. Now, I've had this for a while, and there's just nowhere that I am going to put this. Cheryl, I think Nancy did get you for number 40. I think so.
Yes, I got her for the little ballerina for number 40. I got her.
Yeah, I thought so. That sounded really familiar.
You know, Trisha, you know what those key holders are good for? Necklaces.
True. If you've got 4 nice necklaces.
If you have certain ones that are your favorites that you wear a lot, then they're a good thing to have them on there.
And it does have a hook back here. So you can hang that by nail. And it's just a really cool, it's metal. So it is. It does have a little bit of wear on the bottom, but it's just a really cool, and he's yay big. Let's see, he's about 7 inches long to the bottom there. So 7 inches. And he is $9, number 8. $9, number 8 for that guy. Hi, Wendy. And those are my 2.
Okay, and I have my last 2. I have jewelry. Now I have a little snowman couple. Yeah, white on white. Well, they're silver. I didn't see a maker's mark, They each have their little hat on. If I get my finger out of the way, they're holding hands. Isn't that so cute? And they have little rivets on the back holding their little stick arms in, and then have the pin going across. It's just a cute little pin to have because winter is here and it's going to stick around for at least the next 2 months. Some areas longer. So this little pin is $5, number 59, for the pair of snowmen, for the lovely little snowman couple. $5, number 59. And then the other one is an offer up because it is a vintage Trifari piece.
Okay.
So we're going to start this at $8. And this will be the hard one to show because it'll be white on white. But that is a white enamel on the leaves. And you can see the shine of the gold on the stem part.
Pretty.
It's really got that 1960s vibe to it with the open work in the center of the leaves. And then you have, this is the back, has all the gold on there, and it is marked. It has, where's it hiding? It has the Trifari mark is right where my fingertip is, right by the end of the pin there. So Iris, if I was coordinated, I'd have something dark, but the only thing, well, I've got green. But it is, now let me see if it has a crown. It is crown Trifari. It does have that little mark for a crown over top of the T. I don't remember why that makes a difference, but I remember it does make a difference. It does make a difference, I think, in helping to date it. But it's such a pretty piece, and it's nice for having on your coat or on a blazer. The color will show through where that open work is in the center, but it's really nice because with that little white bit, you can go, oh, that's a good point. Use my sleeve. There you go. But it'll show up really well. And the white enamel work is in beautiful shape. There's no chips to that enamel work. There's no cracks in the enamel work of the white. And it's really nice because I did not find too many examples where Trifari used enamel work, except for pieces that were attributed into the 1960s. So they didn't do that apparently too often. So this is a lovely little pin, and it is, rather than say yay big, what do we got here? Yay big when it's this small. It's just a hair over 3 inches long. But it is a great little pin to have. And do we have any offers on it yet?
No interest yet on that one.
No? Well, then it might have to go like live on a hat. Find the right hat, because then I could just put it on an angle like that and it would look pretty good on a white hat, on a hat.
It would.
Color. So, but it is a nice vintage Trifari piece.
We've got Fiona in here. Hello, Fiona.
Okay. Wonderful Trifari pin. And I mean, the way the bar piece and why the pin goes, they have it going straight up and down, but I like it better sideways. I think it just has a little more flair that way. So it is a beauty.
All right. So we'll start counting this one down.
Oh,
and we're going once. And we're going twice.
Oh, my back is going, what are you doing?
And we are sold.
Okay. Okay, note to self, don't lean forward quite like that. Didn't know that was going to hurt.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy. We had lots of activity on this one.
Oh, look at that. I tried to sniper fire here.
Let's see what happened. Let's see. Okay.
Who do we have?
I see the person right above the sold is Fiona for 16.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Now, was that 2 for you?
That was 2. That was my last 2.
Okay.
I couldn't figure out why I had 1 extra, and here I had the fleur-de-lis dish written on my list twice. So I actually had an odd number on my list, so I was off by 1. So. That's why.
All right. So I have a couple pieces of clear glass that are just beautiful. These ones are not crystal, they are glass. This is a very tall compote. It's got not quite a ruffle, not quite a sawtooth edge on it, kind of right in between. It's got these fun little pinwheels on it. Just a beautiful pattern on the inside. And then it is a very tall pedestal. So this measures, let's see, 8 inches tall. And then the bowl is about 5.5 inches across. So it is a nice size, beautiful design. Again, the light just dances off of that lovely design. And this is going to be $12. And it is number 15. And then here is the fancy bottom.
The height of that is fabulous.
Yeah, really, really nice and tall. And if you have a couple of compotes in a display, this is a fun one to add to it. You could also use this as a really tall candle holder too. Put a little pillar candle in there, again, in a display, nice and tall. And, oh, Lois for that one. Thank you, Lois. And then I also have some clear glass. Now, these are a pair of plates, and I loved the pattern on these. Again, I love clear glass where there's something going on it, and I thought this was fantastic. Now, again, these would be lovely candle holders. If you've got like 2 identical or 2 similar that you're pairing together, you could definitely put it on here. The top is smooth, except for a little indent, ever so slight indent right in there. And then the pattern is in the back. Or if you are liking your English muffins in the morning on a really fancy plate, there you go. You can really have a fun piece of pie or whatever and actually use these as plates. They are glass. You can do, you can use them as dishes or you can use them as part of your display. And for the pair of these, let's see, they are about 6 inches across. And they are going to be $6 for the pair. And they are number 9. Really pretty design. And again, really fun if you just like having, fancy little dessert plates around. That will fit the bill on those also. And Nancy, is your back good enough that you can go through some of the items?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't have too much. So it just was such a surprise because of everything's been going pretty good lately. And then to tilt forward, certain angles still are iffy. And you don't know it until you do it. And then, oh, wow, ouch, So it's, but it's, it's doing better. I look, we're having a live sale where I let this secret out to Terry just yesterday when I talked to her on the phone. That a lot of my live sales, you guys couldn't see that I would have like 4 ice packs behind my back all this time. And today,
or you have to go leave and get ice packs.
Yeah. Well, today I was leaving because I drank so much water today. I had to keep disappearing. But today I have no ice packs behind me.
Wow.
See, like I said, it's like there was a little bit of a click on Monday with the traction, and I have not needed an ice pack at all the last 2 days. Until I did that lean forward and leaned a little too far forward. That's the first real ouch I've had since Monday afternoon. So that's a good thing. I still can't reach the floor without it hurting. But that's still, that's the fact that it's not spasming is fantastic. So fingers crossed.
Yeah,
because I only have therapy till the first week of January, and then after that we got to decide what's going to happen. And I'm going, come on, universe, come on, gotta let this thing go before the therapy runs out.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, so because if you go to a spine specialist, they're already going, well, normally we fuse everything. I don't want a fused spine. That, considering where it's at, that can cause more problems than not. And so as long as it stops spasming, then the ache is no worse than the arthritis ache I have in my hands or in my knees. I can deal with the ache. I can't deal with the spasms because some of them will take the wind right out of you, So if it gets to where it doesn't spasm anymore, then I'm happy. I'll be so happy with it, just even if it's just that. So, all right. I have the little knitting kitty. She's got her little basket of wool, knitting away, making what looks like a little scarf. And she is, oh, they make such tiny print, and my glasses are not reading that. It's 1993, and then the company it says is BC, and then it says China. So it was porcelain made in China, which by 93 you were seeing a lot of that before they created resin. Mm-hmm. I love that she's even got little beans on her feet. She's got the little pads on her feet, which is so cute. But she is $5, and she's number 45 for her. And we have the MI Limited PVC vinyl Scotty Dog, which is MI Limited did a lot of animals, a lot of dog breeds, and he is $4. He's number 63. He also has a date from the early 90s on his tummy. And then we have the little white poodle, who is porcelain. And when you see him, it's hard to see him. Yeah, that's not showing it either. Because it's so much white on white, you can't see that he actually has the standard poodle cut, in that his body is smooth, but then there's all these little rippling lines and a ball on his tail, so that he has all that in the poof on the top of his head. So he's got that standard little cut, and he's got cute little black lines to show you where his little toes are. And he is $4. He's number 48. And I see Terry for 63. And then the other two things I have left is I have the little silver this way snowman couple. Doesn't really want to focus on them. But they do have little faces and little eyes and the little buttons down the front. But they have the cute little pin. That is $5. It's number 59. And then you have the wonderful tile piece. I saw somebody put in the chat that it does look like Moravian pottery, which in this area, yes, it does very much look like that. And I have to wonder, because I know the Moravian Tile Company is now run as a museum up towards Philly, and they used to at one point let you actually make tiles. They have the original mold pieces, so I wonder if this is not one of those, but it's not marked in any way, so I can't be sure, but it does definitely have that look. But for the person that put that in there about it, could it be a Moravian tile? I can't honestly say yes, because while it is very, very similar, there's no kind of marking on it. The back is just plain, and somebody did put their name. They put Joy right on there. So this was $7, number 68. $7, number 68. And somebody got something. 48. Oh, so Terry wants the little poodle. Okay, and that was...
Oh, and Sandra would like 68.
Thank you. What's her name? Skywatcher. Okay.
Skywatcher, yes. As we were trying to make her, I think in the last sale, we were trying to make her like Luke Skywalker, and that just was not working. We could not get our heads out of Star Wars. And Sandra was very patient with us.
Well, and Sandra, my email was right in the below part. You can email me your info, because I don't.
Oh, yes. Let me get that up there. So, yes, she is. I'm going to put it in the chat also, just in case it is too small on the screen to read. There we go. For anyone who needs Nancy's email. And
I missed one. Oh, well, that's all right.
Oh, we'll go ahead and show it.
It's just the giraffe. It's the giraffe cookie cutter. I missed him. So he is, we'll make him $5 because he's so big. He's $5. He's number 74. That's the last.
Okay, so Sandra put in 74. Sandra also put, okay, she put in $5 for the $5 for the giraffe, but then she put in 74. Got it.
Yeah, I saw that 5 come up, and I went, I wonder if she means. All right.
And then she put in the little emoji of the giraffe. Oh, you just keep trying and we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out as we go.
We'll get it.
Oh, it's the Valentine bell.
So I've got this little bell. It says a honeymoon memory. It's got the 2 hearts and the forget-me-not flowers. It is a small little bell. It's got a little clanger on the inside. And on the back, it does say Surf Tides. And I have a feeling that this was just a little memory keeper from maybe from the honeymoon. And this little bell is $3 and it's number 22. And yes, great for the upcoming Valentine decor. I've got, again, another great thing for Valentine's. I've got a little heart-shaped. Now this is full of potpourri, and I kept it in there just to show off it helps to show off the designs that are on here. Here is the bottom. And then it does have a little latch right here, and that opens up. And then to close it, we just put that, right through there again. There we go. And it is just yay big. And this is going to be $4, number 23. I have a white cased glass vase. You can see it is clear with the white on the inside. And oh, well, hello, Peachy Me. And I've got you for 23. Thank you. Now this has a very nice kind of Asian style flowers. There is just a little bit, I'm trying to get in here really close so you can see a little bit of wear on those flowers, but very pretty shape on the vase. And this is going to be $6, number 24. And then this little guy, we had lots of guesses that he is probably for Easter, either tying or untying a ribbon from the egg that is in front of him, a cute little duck figurine. Here is the bottom. If he had a country of origin, it is long gone. He is, let's see, 3 inches. And so again, this looks like a ribbon that he's either tying on or taking off of the egg. He is $4, number 20, the little duck figurine. And he is ceramic. Then I have the beautiful, let me get in here so you can see the flower. This is the Smith-Taylor boutonniere pattern, very mid-century modern, in the shape of the sugar and creamer. They both have the boutonniere flower. This has a metal handle on it. And again, that light blue that is in the center of the cream and sugar. And this is just an amazing set in beautiful condition. And this is, again, Taylor Smith-Taylor boutonniere.
It's a mouthful.
That is $25, number 17. You would think they could have just stopped at Taylor Smith or Smith Taylor without having the additional Taylor on there. I've got the big bonnet girl planter. So she's got a little basket and a little bit of remnants of an old like florist foam. You can put little flowers in there. She's got her lovely little light blue eyeshadow and her pigtails. She is made in Japan, and she is a bisque ceramic. She's got felt on the bottom. She is $14, number 11, and she's about 6 inches tall. Very boho looking. And then I've got the metal owl key holder. It's got a hook for hanging. This was $9, number 8. I've got the pair of glasses, probably flash. There's just a couple little wear spots on the bottom, nicely engraved. The pair of glasses, about that big, little bigger than juice glasses, smaller than traditional tumbler size. They are $8 for the pair, number 6. I've got that beautiful crystal bowl. The pattern is on the outside. Those prisms are lovely. It's about a 6-inch crystal bowl. It is $8, number 10. And the Anchor Hawking little pedestal, milk glass with the grapes and ivy pattern. It does have the little anchor on the bottom for anchor hawking. It's about 10 or 11 inches across, and it is $10, number 2.
You found some beautiful clear glass stuff.
I've got the beautiful wood bowl. Gorgeous design on the outside, and then the fun optical illusion on the inside. This one is $15, number 5. And then lastly, I've got the little sea otter made out of wood in Thailand. He is at least 20 years old, if not older. And this little guy made out of wood, he does sit on his back just like this. He is $15, number 14. And those are my items. And so, yeah, if you are watching this on the replay, and you see something that you're interested in, feel free to contact us at the emails below. And in just under an hour from now, I'm going to be on Antiques from Karen, and I'm going to join Jan for a book sale. So head on over to her channel for the start. And again, that is in just 55 minutes from now. Just enough time for me to get organized and get the cats fed again. And then don't forget to...
is this a book sale tonight?
Yes.
Okay. If I could spell it.
And I will be going live on my usual Saturday night time. And it will be just for fun and games and chatting and hang out and all that fun stuff. So if you are available on Saturday night, feel free to stop in. I will have the link for StreamYard also, so you can click on that link and join me if you want to also. And then Nancy, tomorrow, are you going live?
I will be live at 8 p.m. Eastern time. It won't be a sale. It's too busy for me coming up. So, and it'll probably just be for an hour. And I may find a vintage Christmas story to read to you guys. We can chat, we can hang out. I'll see if I can find some Christmas trivia, and we'll just have a live chat for an hour at 8 p.m. and have some fun. And that's the plan.
And if you are busy between now and whenever we see you again, have a very Merry Christmas and wonderful holiday season. And for whenever you are able to come back in to the chats, we look forward to seeing you. And with that, I think we will go ahead and say thank you so much for everyone coming to the sale, for purchasing, for hanging out in the chat. It is wonderful to see you guys as always, and wonderful to talk to you in the chat. And thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much to Nancy for coming and spending the afternoon with me. And then, yeah, we will see you around in the chats, and everyone take care and stay warm and all that good stuff. And we will see you around. Good night, everyone.
Hey, good night.